Welcome to Luxe Billionaire, the place where future billionaire get inspired to live their dream luxury lifestyle in reality. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe us. In today's video, here are 10 tips to be a true gentleman. The world is changing, and you should with it. The concept of a modern gentleman has become a status symbol most men would love to associate with. In our world, the word gentleman can mean many things. It can mean a generic man or a solid, dependable guy. In the 21st century, gentlemen are becoming harder and harder to find. For some reason, less and less people choose to behave according to a highly regarded skills that surrounded the idea of gentlemen of the past. Just because technology is changing, it doesn't mean we have to forget everything the past has struggled to teach us. The gentlemen are superior individuals in our society which, through their etiquette, the way they act, the way they talk, and by their presence, are seen as model for others. So what makes a gentleman? And how easy is it to actually become one? Well, we've racked our brains and come up with 10 essential things you need to do on a regular basis that will make you a gentleman and will actually have a positive effect on your life. Number 1. Always be on time. Being late is never attractive, fashion and parties be damned, as it shows a lack of respect for someone else's time and life that you waltzed in 15 minutes late without a care. Becoming a gentleman means having a focus on other people, and so arriving at least 10 to 15 minutes early is advisable. Bring a newspaper or a book if you get bored easily, but chances are that the person you're meeting will be pleased that punctuality is one of your top traits. If your route to work is often hindered by traffic that makes you late, head out earlier or find a new route. Number 2. Always be kind. Kindness is one of those lesser recognized attributes in the modern-day world, but being a kind and courteous guy will always ensure you're seen as a gentleman. However, don't let this be one of those performances you put on in public. Let kindness into your inner life and reap the benefits for your mindset and thinking. Always go the extra mile to help out a friend or a neighbor. Call your loved ones often, send gifts if you can. Just generally be an upstanding guy who cares as much about the new couple in the apartment block as he does an old friend. Letting yourself become kind has nothing but good benefits and will ensure your standing as a gentleman. Number 3. Always be controlled. You cannot control everything. The world does not dance to the beat of your drum, but what you can control is how you react to situations and the choices you make. Getting angry and verbally abusive? Not the work of a gentleman. A gentleman tries to keep cool and calm and removes himself from the situation quietly if he fears he is getting too angry. Number 4. Always have good hygiene. This one is a basic requirement, so come on, guys, be clean. Taking a shower or a bath every day isn't really optional. You should take one every day, even if it's just a perfunctory 5 minutes. Keeping clean not only makes you smell infinitely nicer, it also makes going about your day-to-day life much more pleasant for those around you. Having good hygiene also helps maintain self-esteem and boosts your mood, some things you need to be a gentleman. Number 5. Always know your clothes. One of the hallmarks of a true gentleman is that he dresses according to his own style and owns it. If you have a suit, and you should own at least one, make sure it fits well, but not tightly. Everyone's body shape is unique, so going to a tailor for alterations is worth more than the money it costs, as the right tailoring will fit your suit to your body, and not the other way around. Many gentlemen often plump for toned down or strong color palettes, and investing in some clean shirts, pants and jackets in solid, subdued colors, navy, maroon, black, gray, white, etc. will give you great choices to build your wardrobe on before you go exploring new styles to find your own. Number 6. Let your actions speak. It's important you realize early that actions often speak louder than words. A gentleman doesn't put an emphasis on his plan and instead allow for his results to showcase his position. Everyone thinks they are special until you draw a line and peek behind a curtain. Unfortunately for many men, there's nothing there. It takes a lot of efforts to be a poser. Some people mistake confidence for arrogance. A gentleman is confident in his ability, but never arrogant about it. Number 7. Always be the best version of yourself. Being the best person that you can be is the way of the gentleman. A man cannot be perfect, but striving towards the basic core of humanity and decency is what makes a gentleman. Once you dig beneath the suits and the smiles, a true gentleman knows his limits and keeps trying to stretch them, going further to both improve himself and to aid other people in whatever way he can. Find your best qualities and work on them. Find your worst qualities and work on trying to improve them. The real secret of how to be a gentleman lies in being yourself, but the best version of yourself that you can work towards and improve on so you can be the best you can be. Number 8. Always speak good for other and avoid gossips. Gossip almost always complicates our lives rather than simplifies. Unfortunately, gossip feels good and the short-term rewards often distract us from the fact that we know better. It makes us feel better about ourselves to know something about someone else and share that with another. Other times, speaking about the personal faults of others makes it easier to overlook our own. Even under the best of motives, gossip almost always does damage to the relationship that we can never completely undo. Number 9. Always be considerate. Being considerate means being aware of your surroundings and the way you affect the people around you. A true gentleman always takes other people's opinions and feelings into consideration before doing anything. For example, a gentleman takes his less than fragrant lunch outside of the office to eat so that co-workers won't have to smell it should they be offended. A gentleman offers his seat on the bus to anyone who looks as if they may need one. A gentleman never makes jokes that people will be offended or hurt by, even if they're not around to hear them, leading by example. Being considerate is one of the fundamental tenets of how to be a gentleman and one every man should take on board immediately if he hasn't already. Number 10. Never get drunk or wasted when you go outside. Losing control on your actions is just reflection of you really a loser. A gentleman can have a fun without making himself fool, consume it, experience it, enjoy it, but never on